Crafting? Oh. Man, I'm way ahead of you, game. I've been crafting for a while now. Then again, I was a little slow to get to this location. But yeah, it takes a considerable amount of time to get anywhere? I guess part of it is like, it's a huge world that you can explore, but you don't need to. And maybe that's the point. Let's see, how's it just now a crafting tutorial? Huh. Oh, I see, I can just walk up to this. Because this is actually supposed to be the second area you get to in the game. But I took many wrong turns and keep getting killed. So it shouldn't surprise too much.
The deep frame appears to have magnified. Its subtle black hole of information is becoming increasingly troublesome.
Okay. There we go. Too many things to loot. Not nearly enough time. Not nearly enough cyanotubes, too. Like, this game...
Hagen has asked for Jacob to advance the project without delay. Jacob didn't leave the office that night.
I feel like this game should either be handing them out like candy, or you should be able to make them. The enemies here might be less scary. Possibly. We'll see. Okay, anything else? I'm hearing bad things. Okay, I don't see anybody else. Okay, but yeah, it's a little bigger than I was expecting. It's a lot bigger than I was expecting. I knew this is kind of a big open world, but it is like actually legit too large. Maybe once I... Oh, right, we're still hearing that weird horror noise. Trying to find anything that might be selling the good stuff. Let's see. Tricarbide helmets are actually really cheap. Okay, what else do we have? What are you? Surgical laser lust. Damn. Arc welder greed. Yeah, so I've got a couple of these already. Let's see, graffiti in the lobby. Yeah, I don't care. The entire zone is supposed to be a fully stocked habitat, an entire self-contained city, so it makes sense it's large. No, that's a good point. Let me rephrase this. From a gameplay perspective, I'm not going to be able to see everything. And that bothers me a little bit.
The power fluctuation has an apparent pattern. It appears to be a form of communication. I devote a partition to analyzing it.
Let's see. Now, she's supposed to be on the 5th floor, yeah? So is that out in that big area? It probably is. Oh, an emergency exit. That's a cool looking fire extinguisher. With enemies. I'll skip that. Let's see. Keep saving.
If you need anything, please let me know.
Oh, I thought you were dead.
I created a small empty server with code, logging all of my interactions with 12. I wondered if it was an inefficient use of space.
Yeah, I keep hearing that weird bad noise. I don't know what that has to do with anything, honestly. Gosh, you are spooky looking. Okay. Let me see. But yeah, let's see if I can finish my thought. Unfortunately, this is one of those games where it's just distracting enough that I think it's going to be difficult for me to put it into consistent words. Nope, that ain't it. It's got to be that. All right, here we go. It feels like the levels could have been smaller, and maybe a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's got respawning enemies, because I want to be able to freely explore that I'm not constantly being hassled by new enemies left and right. And that I really do want to, like, explore this game, but it feels like I'm constantly being mildly de-incentivized from it because of how hard all of the enemies are. And I'm noticing that, like, there's loot in this game, but there's not that much. So, very real possibility, I'm effectively going to max out what I have available, save for some really rare things. You know, the repair bits, the batteries and whatnot. And so, like, I'd almost kind of prefer this game have been slightly less restrictive with the rare loot. So there's stealth mechanics in this.
There is no need to hurry.
There are. So if you notice, for example, this poison thing is, like, the enemies just do not notice that I'm poisoning them. Which is kind of great. Because it means that I can, as long as they don't know where I am, I can just snipe them. And get them. Is this? Feels like the right spot. Oh, right. I forgot I have this stupid Uber turret. Let's go engineering. What can I... Is any of my stuff messed up? Nope. Let's see. Could it be you're intended to stealth your way through the game rather than waltz around? From my experience, the answer would be yes, but the world is too big. If you've ever played Dishonored, you'll realize that the levels are actually quite small. There's not a whole lot of massive wastes of space? Hesitate to necessarily call them wastes of space, but you know, you're constantly going through these expansive zones, but none of them are huge. Hey, we just got a full-on cryocore, actually. But this doesn't seem to be where I was supposed to be going. All I know is that the lady's place is on the 5th floor and nothing else. Oh, that ain't it. And so, like, when I'm playing Prey... That's an elevator. I guess we can go up. This doesn't seem right, though. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of when I played Fade to Silence. My cousin would be telling me to do stealth, but it was too slow, so I walked everywhere. Yeah. That, like, in a stealth game, you have to have smaller, interesting environments, or, enemies that can be permanently rerouted, trapped, or removed. It doesn't work so great when you're playing, like, a big open-world thing. Because, like, here's the safe here. I'm gonna have to spend some amount of time trying to crack this open, which might straight up... I'm not gonna say not be worth my time. Gosh. This one's hard? Oh, I didn't get it. What did I screw up? I'm not even sure if security is going to be a problem. I haven't seen any of them in the area. But, like, look at all these, like, loot places. I get small amounts of plastic and so on and so forth. Hacking takes a while. It's... And maybe this is just kind of a me thing. But I like games that are small and self-contained and interesting. Or you get a lot of tools that let you traverse the environment faster. Subnautica, I think, is probably the best example of how to do this right, where you effectively... You start kind of in a small area that feels big, but eventually you get the sea moth, and then you realize, no, it's actually quite small, and there's, like, almost nothing to it. And here's the bigger ocean that you can go around. But because you got the sea moth, it's easier to get around, but there's a couple of things that stop you from getting through it. At which point you get the Cyclops, which is huge, and just does not give a dang. And, like, I think it can be bothered by bad things. You know, the Reaper Leviathans can, in fact, like, affect your Cyclops. But only barely. Let's see, where's the elevator that I took? Or get back down. I am confused. Okay. But yeah, so once you have the Cyclops, you really can just get around and check the whole place out. But you need a couple of upgrades, you farm for the upgrades, suddenly, yeah, the whole ocean's open to you.
Jacob seems to be in a better mood today. Emma says that tomorrow my mainframe will be upgraded.
And so the problem I'm running into with this is there's probably better gear that I don't know about. But it doesn't seem like there's much. As far as I can tell, like, it's just kind of upgrading your baseline gear and then getting the basic promotion points. I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going. That's the other thing. I don't necessarily need a waypoint in a game, but if you're gonna have a game this big with this vague of directions, waypoints would actually be really nice. Because I want to play more of this. But I've been playing for, what, 2.5 hours today? And it feels like I have done a lot of looting and not a lot of progress. I swear she said it was on the 5th floor, yeah? But yeah, a jumping upgrade. Giving this game parkour would not be terrible. Okay. Seriously, where the heck are we supposed to go? Well, not here. Because it's supposed to be somebody's, like, apartment on this floor. I don't know. But all I found was archives. Unless it's in that locked room and I didn't find the entrance. Which is possible. Yeah. Recover the Arc Doctor's research notes from Arcadia. Yeah, I thought she said Arcadia was an apartment complex. That's what I was thinking. But, like, I'm not seeing a entrance to the Youth Academy, so that means it must be back in the archives, but unless it's in one of those 2 locked rooms, or just, like, sitting on a dead body somewhere. But the problem is, like, both of these need a key card that I have to go find somewhere to get in. But, like, look at how big this thing is. For me to just,
Please let me know.
everything is a needle in a haystack. It's kind of a dumb analogy, but effectively this whole game is a giant freaking haystack. And I don't have a magnet to make it easier. And so I'm constantly just kind of rifling through it. And all the while, crows are trying to peck up my eyes. So it's like, I can kill the crows, I guess. Yeah, so I bet it might be in here. In one of these computers, but I'm not seeing a keycard to get it open? Let's say, have I gone into quarantine? Yeah. But it just seems to be kind of nothing. Like, unless it's supposed to be her. I don't want to be hunting for it. It would be nicer if it actually gave me, like, an objective marker the moment I got close. I was like, hey, here you go. Because this is... I want to actually be, like, exploring and finding new things, and I want to spend as little time as possible just looking for 80 bits. So would it be up a floor? Why would you put your gift shop up here? What is even going on? This game is legitimately too big. I don't know how to describe it apart from that. It's like, it could be back here. It could be a lot of places. My inventory is stupid full, which, like, I'm fine with, but it means that I want to stop looting things. But you can't stop looting things because you need the, you need the maintenance keys and the repair kits. And so I have to just keep shuffling through all of this stuff and, like, staring at every dead body in case it has what I'm looking for. Unless it's in that safe that I just screwed up. So that's an energy cell. Yeah, I don't know. Is it you? Well, it better not be any of those things. Oh. Okay. Except for I'm pretty sure this is the 6th floor. I don't like the look of that receptionist. Yeah, so this is everything that I wanted out of... what is it? Oh, shit. Not... Can he follow me? Is he following me? Doesn't matter. I'm actually getting to the point where I'm kind of bored. Where it's like, I love exploring this. This is super cool. I'm gonna save. Let's talk for a second. So, I think there are 2 fixes that I can see in my head. One, give the player a lot more progression systems to make it easier. I know there's the mutation system. And that would do the trick. Here. I'm gonna go back down to floor 1. We're going to go drop off all of my stuff. And then I'm gonna just go die. Let's go level up. Let's see how many levels I've managed to accrue. Because that is the progression system in this game. It's also getting really late, and I'm pretty... both in real life and not in real life. And I want to make sure that I can properly utilize my resources. I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going, and I don't want to spend the next, like, 2 hours looking around for some lady. Even though it's super necessary for the plot, it's... You know, gonna be tough to find her. And then, if this is how the story works in this, let's go to the level 1 lobby. Let's see what happens. But, I think if this had something closer to what, yeah, upgrade the light thing to show objectives, that's originally why I invested in it. Because I figured that's what it was for. Let's save. Wait. Where the heck am I? This is another... No, I've been here. Oh, am I out the other side? I am... Alright, well that makes it a lot easier. Yeah, so if I had gone left instead of right, I would have gotten what I needed.
There is no need to hurry.
What is that? IVC. Okay, let's use that. Not use that. We want to sell a number of these things. It's actually really tempting to just sell the turret.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, let's see if I can make another... Oh. This is on again. I keep forgetting to turn it all off. Okay, what do I need for you? Another cyano processor. Make a couple of these. Let's see.
If you have any questions,
That's all good.
don't hesitate to
Toggle inventory. Just gonna move over all of this stuff. Alright, leaving me with nothing except for some bypasses and money. Money being kind of the one thing that I don't really want to lose. But luckily it's not so bad. Alright, do we have anybody in the immediate area that can just murder the shit out of me? Usually yes, currently no. Weird. Oh, did the power fail? Or I turned the power off. Let's... I'm gonna scoot downstairs.
Please refrain. Harming this unit is not permitted. Please refrain from physical violence.
Interesting. I do want to die. But I also want to go shopping. Do I want to go shopping? Do I care? No, screw it. Let's just die. It's interesting how, like, little he gave a shit. Bam. Kill me. He really did not care about me at first. You, What is wrong with your face? There we go. That face just looked silly. Alright, I'm level 10. So, like, I guess I can max out Serendipity. Get up to 10% rare loot find, which is good. So I've gained 5 levels since we started today, I think. And I've been playing for 2.5 hours. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna... Oh, let's go back to this. So I guess we unlocked new tier... two new tiers at least. So we can reduce our footstep sounds, recoil, hacking expertise, and health return on damage. Oh, I see. Whenever I take damage, I can recover up to 10% of the damage? That's really not much. Yeah, the health regen would be kind of good. Divert electrical currents away from... Wait, is there, like, electrical damage in this game? Huh. I was really hoping there would be, like, more to this mutation system. Maybe with the augments. But yeah, we're still kind of in this starting tower. There's Nirvana over here, which is even bigger. Oh, resonance damages the goop. Yeah, I could see that, maybe. But yeah, it's just one of those where it's like, I was kind of hoping this would be a smaller, more like, focused experience, and it's actually a lot larger. Which is good, bad. Good, because, you know, it means that there's a lot to this game. Bad, purely just by the fact that I'm not going to be able to do that. This game is too big. I'll see if I can find some, like, hacks or something, or, like, a mod. Maybe. Because I wouldn't mind having, like, a guide and then just, like, enemies can't see you, so we can just zip through. Yeah, this game would be fun if you could cheat it into more of an FPS. Yeah, if I had a shotgun or like a gun that didn't have heavy durability loss or like an energy thing, because I would gladly play this as just Prey. Give me a shotgun, give me a fair bit of ammo, and let me just go to town on everything. Got it. I'd be happy. And I could probably get through it much faster, but the problem is, like, I can only feasibly fight the 2 weakest types of enemies, and then everything thereafter, I pretty much have to just lure a robot into killing for me. That's the old Prey versus new Prey. Either. I don't give a shit. I like the new Prey. I actually have never played the old Prey. But, like, I can only feasibly fight the 2 weakest types of enemies, and then everything harder than that is just death. There might be a... The cryo thing is a one-use item to respawn at a specific cryo bay, they said. Gosh. Yeah. No, I want to... It's one of those where it's like, I want to play it, but I don't want this to be a 50-hour time investment just to get through. And so, like, if you could permanently kill every enemy on the map, that'd be okay. If it wasn't roguelike-y, yeah, no, I guess really that's it. If you could just insta-gib everything on the map, because you don't need respawning loot in this game. The game's big enough that, like, I've played for, what, 5 hours? And I've got all of the loot that I pretty much would need, with minor exceptions being mainly the really rare stuff. Everything after this point is just kind of like, I don't need this.